Everyone is doing well. Okay, so one of the offerings of Data is managed services, which we are to talk about today. In this presentation, we'll be discussing mainly what managed services means in practice, what are the benefits of managed services, and what are the services you should outsource and why. As mentioned earlier, Data is offering managed services. But what is actually managed services? You'll come across several definitions of managed services. But for us, it is about outsourcing of certain IT services in order to improve processes, performance, plus this can help in reducing costs. It is having your IT infrastructure and end user support services outsourced to a third party, like Data, in a subscription basis. Lastly, this involves monthly flat rate with unlimited IT support. If you are considering on engaging with Data's managed services, Christine will be discussing on the expectations or an overview on how we're usually providing managed services to clients. Christine?
Thank you, Mara. So thank you for defining managed services for us. I also assume that some of us has an idea, or most of us being in IT has an idea of managed services. So it's very important that we understand each other's perspective and we in building partnership in each other's company. So here usually, we present our company and then we present our service offerings. And most importantly, we would like to know what is the need of each and every client because please know that managed services is a service that is highly customizable, meaning you can pick, add, and delete any service if you don't need them, or add if you need another service. So actually, it could be combined. So, yeah, we need to understand from where you are standing and what are the pain points of your company or your IT environment. What are the needs that we can help you with or augment your staffing. So there. So from there, if we have understood or we have a clear view on what you need, we can go to contracting, meaning these are the SLAs required, the scope of work that we need. So basically, that will be put in a contract. That will be in a contract, and then after that, after the agreement, we can now provide the goals and expectations of each party. So then every month, when we have engaged in our services, we can have the surveys, the reporting, and the performance of our services. So we can also gauge that by the performance report of our services or our engineers. We know that IT has a wide range of technologies, resources. So that's managed services will help your business having the right skill on different technologies, right? So sometimes we have a need for each technology. For example, you need someone for your Microsoft needs and then technologies rather for your networking, desktop support, and then service desk. So it really varies depending on what you particularly need. But you can hire. Sometimes you can hire every technology or every skill that you need. So managed services can offer you that in one package. So we can have those different skills, resources, have it in one package and offer it to you. That cost you from hiring the different set of skills. Next is the sophisticated technologies. Of course, you have your different technologies. So it is important that someone has to manage it with the right skill. Yes, and you may have both technology and skilled resources, but time is very limited. So of course, someone has to focus on something. For example, you are the manager. You need to be looking at the bigger picture or the supervising the team. But you need someone to focus on the service desk or the troubleshooting. That's why we augment based on what your needs are. So you can also focus on your projects or what you really need to deliver to your company. So that's why we think managed services is important because again, this is highly customizable, depends on your needs, and of course, we can always change our services, optimize it, level it up, or downsize it. So it is highly dependent on your needs. These are the benefits of having managed services in your company. First is saving a fraction of your expenses. But actually, to be honest, cost savings really depends. Because it could be that you're paying higher rather than hiring someone. But on a long-term basis, we can say this can be actualized. The cost savings can be actualized on a long-term basis. If you engage for more than a year, 2 to 3 years, or 5 years, actually that is where you can actualize the cost savings. And of course, we can improve your service delivery. We can see where your pain points. We can assess, of course, because our engineers are highly trained on a particular technology, so we can always improve based on what you need. And you can also focus on your core business. Not all companies or not all of us are techie, or should I say, we are our core business or your core business could not or not IT. So you can bank on our knowledge and experiences in terms of IT services. So having we are since we have a wide range of skills, actually we as I as I remember, we have 300 engineers deployed in different companies. So we are pretty much big in terms of resources. That's why we can say that in terms of experience, um, we are there. So we are in BPO, we are in manufacturing, um, banking, and a lot more. And of course, lastly, we can reduce the risk and improve your IT environment through managed services. Just for example, someone in your team resigned, and the hiring of staff is really tedious. So with field data, we always have this backup team. If a person or staff resigns, we immediately replace them, or for a day, he needs to go on leave. We can also have a reliever on just for a day. So just not to stop or to hinder the operations of our services. We always have the backup. So that's one way we can reduce the risk of not having a staff in a day, and a lot more. So, but these are the main benefits that we usually have for managed services. So you can see on your screens the service desk and user. So these are usually our offerings, our services that you can also outsource from us. So of course, service desk is like a call center or help desk, wherein you can call every time you need support or a ticket to be reported. And end user support, these are the guys who troubleshoot your PC, and then asset management there, and the application management like SCCM and all that. So if you'd like, or if you think you need someone from us on these aspects, you can just email us or call us. Again, after we agreed, or if you're already engaging with managed services, these are the process or what to expect. Pre-sales, who will be doing the scoping and the onboarding and the assigning of personnel, the staff, and the support team for you. So to ensure that we will be meeting the SLA and expectations. Usually this transition process is like 2 to 3 months or 1 month turnaround time. Of course, you will have your account manager, which will be us, who is dedicated resource for every need that you have for commercials, and then the billing. So that's basically it. Again, just to wrap it up, we are here to uh, we are here to offer a unique approach on how your IT infrastructure will be managed. With our complete offering, we can bring optimal infrastructure to your environment at the best competitive rate around. Just remember, we are here to augment, but not to replace your team. We are to deliver 24/7 monitoring and alerting to give you eyes all the time. And of course, we proactively maintain systems to avoid problems. We also provide trained, certified resources to troubleshoot and resolve issues. And lastly, we are here to manage a specific service level, eliminating staffing and constraints. So we hope that you've learned something from us, and we are inviting questions if you are interested or you have further clarification from what we have discussed. Thank you so much for having us and for this opportunity.
Okay, so here are contact details. If ever you have queries or you want to know about the managed services of Delita.